Next speaker is George Myers, speaking on due process.
Thank you, Donna. I have a concern about the so-called due process procedure in the License and Welfare Committee. This seems to be the procedure. First, the police bring in a complaint or a list of complaints to the License and Welfare Committee. Next, the 5 aldermen on that committee then consider the complaint. They listen to what the cops say. Now, for them to make the decision to go to the due process, they must have made a decision that the police department's report had enough to warrant a non-renewal of the individual's license. So at that point, they have made a decision regarding the renewal of the license. Possibility, a probability, it has to go. That's a secret they can't tell. The next step is for those 5 to come to this meeting and sell their decision to the rest of the council, which is what we observed at the last meeting, the sales pitch. And it gets a little tricky here because obviously a decision has been made, but they haven't made the decision. Now, once the rest of the council approval has been received, or a majority thereof, it goes to a lawyer someplace to formalize the police report into a complaint with which to charge the license holder. Now, this is the first step I would point out where any of the aldermen act in the capacity of legislators. You have to appropriate some money to pay for the lawyer. Up to that point, you've acted entirely within the executive branch capacity. That's for Alderman Shakur, who's not here. Anyway, back to the committee room. Back to the 5 aldermen take it to trial with their hired gun, the lawyer doing the prosecuting, and the defendant license holder fighting back with his lawyer, and the aldermen on the committee now become the jury. Here are the facts of the case, which they've already heard and upon which they've already made a decision. Then after a laborious trial of some sort, then they must come up with some kind of a verdict, which is an actual decision on the provisional decision they had already made. Then as the last step, they turn it over to a judge of some sort for sentencing, which is none other than the 5 aldermen we started with and have been dealing with the entire time, except now they are in the judicial branch rather than the executive branch. You know, you people have a real problem with the concept of due process, at least the real due process in the 5th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States, which you've sworn to uphold. Except for the brief appropriation of money, the entire time you have only acted as judge, jury, and prosecutor. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Star Chamber. It is not due process.